I'm Tyler.
And I'm Ryan, and this is Retrobit Unplugged. Well, episode 3, and I'm pretty sure Juan Soto's ball is still traveling the country.
Shut up.
I'm just saying. No, welcome guys to episode 3. And again, I think we're excited everybody's here listening today. And again, Juan Soto's ball is still flying through the air.
I have made a severe lack of judgment.
It's all right. It is spring training, but yeah, that one may not look good. And my hot take of the Spurs is looking okay right now.
Well, hold on. Time out. They're in tank mode.
Oh,
Wemby's out for the year. Coach Pop is not coming back.
I saw that.
De'Aaron Fox is starting to look like the De'Aaron Fox that the Kings kind of saw right before they traded him. Not the big game Fox. He may get shut down for surgery. So, not saying the Kings are gonna be any better, but
At least they're 500. Anyway,
probably for the.
Want to start it off this week. Bitball. So at the time of this recording, we're on Sunday the 23rd. By the time this comes out, it'll be Tuesday. But as of today, we are officially 17 days from Bitball release.
I have to for pre-order.
It is. I saw that
already.
I saw that it is up for pre-order. I'm gonna have to go check that out. But yeah, shout out to Duckfoot Games and everything they're doing over there. Of course, the RBL. We already got a league going.
Yeah, we've been on that. Come on now.
Yeah, got a league going. What is it? 10 people?
I believe so.
10, 12 people?
I haven't looked.
Anyways, if you're interested, shoot us a DM. We'll get you in touch with that commissioner, Dan, over there. So,
Pre-order is on Apple and Google Play, so
yeah.
don't worry. If you have a phone, an app store, and internet, you can get Bitball.
I think it's the most exciting in sports that we've had since the Luka trade. So, anyways, quick kickoff to league updates. So
Can
yeah, I know. I'm sorry. RBM, sticking with the Florida theme, and congratulations to Miami for securing his league leading 6th RBM title. He puts a 2-game lead up on the rest of those that have only 4 at the moment. So
You had 5?
no, I only have 4. Yeah, no, I only had 4 because Miami got the first to 5, and then he just won back to back.
I mean, you probably shouldn't have this. I mean, respectfully, probably shouldn't have this year.
Yeah, no, yeah, he does follow us. He got lucky this season.
Extremely. I don't care.
I think he won without having to put up more than 25 a game.
No, I think he did because he beat me with 25.
No, what I'm saying though is he every game he could have put up 25 and still won.
Oh, I was like, yeah, I think he beat me.
So, but he is one of the best in the league. Shout out to him. It's unfortunate that Philly had that downturn in the Retro Bowl and just, that's RNG for you. That's why we play the game.
No, it's not where you play the game.
That's why we play the game.
You play to win the game.
RNG, it's in the game. So, hopefully that's not a copyright strike there.
No, you didn't say the 2 letters. So I think
Okay. Anyways, Tyler, go ahead and
oh, my foot's gonna fall off.
What do we got going on around the RBL right now?
Not a lot, really.
Uh,
Pretty quiet.
It is quiet right now.
But I mean, recruiting is ongoing.
What are we recruiting for?
Friday Night Lights, Arena Football. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, well, those are the top 2. We're trying to get FNL back.
I think FNL is priority number 1 right now. I think just how low it is.
For sure.
And then the Arena, and then college basketball. I see is also taking.
Yeah, and I think all the leagues are a little down right now. It definitely seems like around the time that the NFL season ends, we see a little bit of a drop off.
And then when it starts up again, everyone trying to find leagues.
Everybody.
So get your spots now, please.
Get your spots now. But I would say
is the 2 spots in RBM still open too?
I believe so. The prestigious RBM has 2 spots open.
The Rams and the Falcons, last I saw, correct?
Yeah, Rams would be a great choice for any.
Listen, people, if you're interested in that, please. I don't care if your favorite team is the Rams. Please take the Falcons for your own sake. The NFC West in that league is not fun.
Oh, it's a great time.
Yeah, I mean, you know all about it.
I do know all about it. So it's not as fun as the AFC West used to be.
You could be me in the AFC North and live life at 4-7 to still win the division.
You could. I did go on a 11 season division winner streak though in the AFC West. So I think
you just showing off.
I am showing off.
4 titles, 11 division win.
Yeah, maybe I should retire.
No, get the 5 first.
I don't know. Maybe I should retire. Maybe I've done enough. Have I done enough?
We should clickbait that.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, no. Sign up, like Tyler said. DM us. Check us out. RBL. Shout out to Retro Bowl in college, the Facebook page. There's a lot of engagement there if you really want to check us our leagues out. So
okay. I know where we're going with that.
But yeah, a few updates on top of that regarding the show.
Oh yes, sorry, my notes are out of order. Sorry.
You're good. We got some exclusive interviews coming up.
We do.
So
yeah, one I'm really happy about.
Yeah, I don't want to.
No, not saying anything.
I'm not gonna say. But it is what we can confirm is it's not somebody in the leagues.
Yes.
So this was super exciting. We're working out all the details now, but should entertain some people. That's
we
for
have
sure.
A couple interviews coming up, I think.
We do. Next week's show, we are going to have the RBM commissioner and original.
He's the first person.
He's gonna be the first person.
The honor of the first interview.
Yes. Well, I wanted to give it to him because he's the one that's really grown the RBM, and really without his groundwork, where would all the rest of the leagues be? So, but no, he's gonna be on in a week from now. We're gonna kind of just pick his brain, and
I may or may not be here. We'll just know now. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but I want to put that out there. If I'm missing, I'm alive. I don't know how we're gonna pull this off.
That's all right. You'll still be in the episode though, somehow. So
if I have to edit a little kind of me in the corner somewhere, I will. Yeah, I'll do it. I will do it.
I love it. But anyways, yeah, that's what we got around the league. I really am excited for Bitball. And with that, we're getting that kind of 8-bit pixelated baseball game now.
Yeah, you've been dying for one of those for months, maybe even a couple years now.
For sure. Because I grew up on NES baseball. And
dude, how old are you?
I'm from the 1900s.
Wait.
Uh-huh.
Where's your hat?
Hair reveal. Well, not much of it.
Just noticed.
So, but I still have more hair than the Chiefs put up yards. So, yeah, no, we're not gonna let them live that down.
Please don't. They deserve it.
They do deserve it. Yeah, no, we got some bad blood with the Chiefs. So,
do we? I mean,
we do. That was a pun.
It was a Taylor Swift thing. God damn it.
Pun. Yep. You didn't pick up on that one.
No.
But with Bitball, the theme goes right into the theme of what we're going to talk about today, because it's 8-bit. It's similar concept to Retro Bowl. So what's our topic of the week this week, Tyler?
8-bit games.
8-bit games
that we want. That aren't currently created or aren't in, I don't know, a certain format.
I think it's
very weird to explain it.
Yeah, so I think how we're trying to explain it is 5 top 5 bit games. I'm sorry, we're gonna do top 10. This is just part 1.
Oh, 10? Oh, I thought it said 8.
Yeah, no, I wrote my notes
I
wrong
am so
today.
slow.
Top
It is 5.
top 10 bit games that we wish we had in Retro Ball. We're gonna do 2 parts. Obviously, we're gonna skip a couple weeks, so you guys will have to come back in a few weeks for us to finish up top 10. But these bit games are what we wish we had that are similar to Retro Bowl in style. So basically, not over complicating it, not doing anything overly, over the top, things like that. So I'm just double checking one thing. Yeah. So we are going to do. Oh no, I'm sorry. We only are doing 5. What my notes are correct. So stick to this.
Sorry,
but
I'm looking at something.
a couple of these there are games out already.
I was just looking at. I remember seeing one. I'm trying to
There's
find it.
2 of these already out. The first,
Not really 8-bit. That's okay. That's different. Sorry.
no, there is 2 out already, but they're like one of these you actually have to pay to even play the full game. You can only play like a partial season in one. The other one isn't great. Could use some more of the dynamics of Retro Bowl, and I think that's where Bitball is going to be really successful. Is it simplifies it. You have a limited season game. You have the ability for free agents. I like the new dynamic. I'm going to talk a little bit about it, but you can control like concession prices and stuff.
Okay, I played it again last night because it was the final round of testing, I believe, because before release, and I was like, all right, I'll play it. I haven't played it in a couple weeks, so I had no idea. I load in all the concessions, everything new. I was like, okay, this is it feels like it's a mix of like a franchise mode of like a baseball game, but you still keep the Retro Bowl feel when you're playing on the field.
Correct.
My first game was we were down 8-2 for final inning, 6 runs to bring it back, and won it in the home run derby.
Wow. Well, that's a little sneak peek there. So let's save that because
I gotta let them,
You gotta tease it, but I think that lays the groundwork of like what we're talking about. We want some games that are that same essence. It's not overly complicated. Maybe add some interesting dynamics. But what's that?
Was that not ours?
What's that?
The thing I just said. I could have swore I saw it.
Maybe it is.
I could have swore it was.
I don't know. Hey, you know what? Duckfoot Games is going crazy on the leaks right now for his own game.
I could have swore I saw it on Twitter, so I was like, oh, I can say that. It's not a surprise.
It's all good.
If I thought, I apologize. I thought it was on Twitter already, so
it's all good. Anyway, kick it off, Tyler. What's the first game we wish we had that was like Retro Bowl? What sport?
I mean, not this, but you can see kind of what it is. Basketball.
So I think there is a game right now.
Hoopland.
I
just fucked it up. I've never seen one.
It's not great.
Is it?
It's not great. I've tried downloading it. It's.
I thought it was 8-bit, but then when you look at it, it's not. It's like a 2D.
Yeah.
The court looked 8-bit, but the play itself is not.
Correct. So, you don't. You can barely see it in your.
Oh, here. Look at this.
Yeah.
On.
But I think that. Go ahead and put the camera back on yourself.
Sorry. On.
But I think NBA Jam.
There we go.
Obviously, that's 2 people. But what if you could bring that dynamic to?
Well, it's just like an NBA Jam style game, but
yeah,
on your phone, kind
of. Yeah, kind of the old school Atari one. You know, the one with the 3-point glitch. The
one where you just like jump corner.
Yeah.
I know about it.
Obviously, get rid of that glitch because then what's the point? But what do you think?
I feel like my standpoint's gonna stand for probably all your games. Maybe not the last one because that last one I have questions about. But I feel if you're gonna do anything 8-bit related games for any of these, I imagine there's gonna be a small part of it where okay, people are gonna want leagues on these games, depending on some of them.
For sure.
How you can make that work, and what exactly are you looking for in an 8-bit style game for this? Do you want to be exactly like Retro Bowl? Do you want it to be a Retro Bowl feel? Like it depends what you're looking for.
I think Retro Bowl feel. So like with a basketball game, obviously that's a bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Complicated, right? Because you have like in Retro Bowl you only play offense, Bit Bowl you only play offense. With basketball it's very fast paced. So I think where it would be a little bit challenging is having that back and forth. But I don't know, I think you still maybe do point differential for leagues, or with basketball, how many points can you score in the game and how many points, points for? Maybe you go points for on both sides. I don't know. You're the commissioner of the RBMA. How would you implement that if you weren't using
Basketball's hard.
Okay.
Because with football, it's a much slower paced game. Like you're not guaranteed to score in football. Basketball, you're not gonna hold someone to zero for 4 quarters when they are guaranteed the ball at least half the quarter. Like they're gonna score. So point differential wise, you may need to score like 90, 80 points a game and try and hold your opponent to like
so your
50 to 40 to have a chance.
Maybe your scores are like your point differential is like +10 or +15 against a +12.
Yeah, you're gonna have to figure that part out because scoring is very different.
But those are easy problems to resolve.
Well, I'm not trying to think of complex issues. These are just issues that are coming to my mind.
Yeah. Would you have them 8-bit? How do you think that would look, like a playing style? You think it'd be challenging?
I want to say yes, but honestly, when you more think of the type of phones and devices coming out now and their capabilities now with games, anything's possible. Like
it's true.
And 8-bit games tend to not have to acquire a lot of resources, and nowadays,
it's true.
On a phone like a new iPhone, an 8-bit game's gonna run no problem.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, shouldn't be an issue.
Okay. Well, I think you still have to have the dynamic free agents draft. I think you could make it really interesting that way. I don't know how you do coaches, because obviously you have one head coach, which is you. Are there like
you have assistant coaches and you have like you have like what Doug Christie was before.
Okay.
He became interim. He was the assistant head coach. Some teams have an associate head coach, which is like a second head coach.
What if you could do it like for the basketball game? You could hire. That sounds kind of weird, but like a general manager and an assistant coach. So like your GM would help with like drafting players or how you get free agents, and then your assistant coach has like, I don't know, rebound or so, I don't know, some kind of trait that helps.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about?
Like the physio trait or whatever. Like
okay.
Change it up or something like that.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's one. Basketball, I think, is a really solid one. Number 2 is the one you wish, which you're gonna have to explain how this would work. So 8-bit
wrestling, and not amateur. We're talking professional wrestling.
Professional wrestling.
The totally not fake stuff. All right.
Okay.
The legit cool. Yeah, an 8-bit wrestling game. You could probably think of like the old like WF like arcade games, or like I think it was like like WrestleMania Challenge or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was. It's possible. It's been done way back.
Okay.
I think it would be cool. Like it sounds cool to me. You're not gonna have leagues on it. Like, there's no way. This is gonna be a strictly just pick up and play because I cannot figure out a league aspect for the life of me.
That I have no idea.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but that game would probably do so because there's nothing from a mobile standpoint right now.
There's not. No, I mean, you have. When it comes to wrestling games currently on mobile, the big ones that come to my mind are WWE Supercard, WWE Champion, which I play, and then like I think it's like Mayhem, and then there's a couple of AW games, but like nothing to my mind that is like a proper wrestling game. Like you're in the ring, you're like nothing like that aspect. So I think that's where the market would be, is if you can make a game like that, an actual game where you control the wrestlers and the moves.
So we're trademarking that. We're going on record. So if anybody tries, like we had that idea first.
Yes.
It's on video. Check us out on YouTube, Retrobit Unplugged. And
I mean, I just gave someone the key to making a very successful game.
I agree. Could you think, obviously, when you start the game, you can't do, like, obviously names are random generated, which is fine.
Unless they're not.
Yeah, but you'd have to strike a deal with somebody.
I mean, why not?
But it took Retro Bowl like 2-3 years to get NFL.
Okay, you do 2-3 years and you get a deal.
Right. But how would you do? Would you try to change some of the dynamics so you have like cage matches and stuff? Like, I don't know. Is that?
I mean, you have to.
Is it patented though?
No.
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 No. You just can't call it WrestleMania.
There you go.
Okay.
It's when you get to show names and you get to like wrestlers' names. That's what the issue is. But like, I could start a backyard wrestling federation tomorrow and hold shows in the parking lot. I can have a cage match. Like, it's not gonna have an issue.
So you could call it Money in the Suitcase.
Exactly. I mean,
Money in the Credit Union.
as long as it's not the same name, that you don't think you'll have an issue.
Okay.
Just
I think that game, like in all these games, I think we should stipulate have to follow the thought of like no more than your $2.99, $3.99 one time.
What are you paying for in a wrestling game?
I think. Well, no, I think you're.
Because if your mindset is you pay for a full version, what would you? Obviously, basketball you can find features there. What would you be paying for a full version of wrestling?
Player editor.
That's it.
And match link.
What do you mean match links?
I don't know. I don't know.
See, this is the issue. I'm asking questions to someone who doesn't watch any wrestling, so I can't.
I don't. I've been to 2 wrestling events, and I'm still trying to understand.
2?
I've been to 2. Yeah, 2 AEW.
Oh, that's right. Both of them in Colorado.
Both of them. Yeah, one of them we are still scarred from.
I'm not.
I am.
Is it the one?
Took us 3 hours.
Oh, the snow one. Yeah, that one. Was bad.
That was bad. But no, I think a wrestling game would sell really well, especially in that 8-bit. I think what people like about 8-bit games is they're simple. When you think about like your top 8-bit games of history, your Super Mario, your Legend of Zelda.
It's the pick up and play aspect.
Just go. Like, think about Madden these days, and when you want to do a franchise mode, you have to envelop yourself. You're trading picks, trying to trade players, build your roster.
Too realistic.
It's very realistic. I mean, that's why they call them simulations. Yeah. Like MLB. I've been playing MLB games since I was in high school. Actually, younger than that. I've never played 162 season all the way through.
I have once. It was miserable.
I would never. I don't know why you would do it.
I was miserable.
It's probably why you look like you're in your 40s already.
It was miserable. It was not fun.
But I don't even want to grind for one soda. So
I think the realism aspect in sports video games was what
is worn off.
It's what killed it.
Probably.
It killed 2K for me. NBA 2K. Yeah. It got too realistic.
I don't even on NHL games. I don't even play that long. 82 games is a lot of games.
Well, I'm not saying like a full season for NBA season is also 82. So I mean,
it is.
I don't ever really play a full season.
Yeah.
I just think of like gameplay wise,
realism.
The real like, if it's too realistic, it's not great.
And I think where the retro bowls and all that is they shorten the games. You're only playing, I think Bitball has the option of like a 6-inning game versus a 9-inning, and then retro bowl you're only playing a 1, 2, or 3 minute, I think that's where you have to keep the realism. Like your basketball game we talked about, maybe you do 2 minute quarters, you know, and keep that speed, you know.
Well, you have to play defense in that game, right?
You do, but you keep the quarter because you keep that unrealistic aspect in terms of, like even in Retro Bowl, how many times in an NFL game are you seeing 60-yard bombs on consecutive drives? You don't. Not in the real NFL. In Madden, you don't either, unless you're playing on arcade rookie mode. But if you're playing on all pro or all Madden, like you're chopping up defenses, you have to, you're not getting the one-on-one breaks in the open. So I think with wrestling, I mean, you have to create that unrealism yourself. So, but yeah, the third one. Now this one, there is an 8-bit game out. It's called Ice League. And it's not figure skating. Sorry, I know Tyler, you were excited for that, but hockey though. I think hockey would be like not just from the United States aspect, and it was a little bit bitter right now because we lost. But like Canada, Europe, all that I think would be a great game. The Ice League right now you have to pay was it $2.99 for a full season?
I've never played a game in my life.
So I've tried it. It plays smooth, but you have to pay to unlock the full a full season, and I think you have to pay monthly for it. Like
a monthly sub to play a game?
Yeah.
That's a bit crazy.
Right. You're not talking about something that's, one and done, or something that you have to, like an app that helps you with your life, like banking, or, maybe an app that ran, retro bit leagues. I don't know, that'd be kind of cool. And but hockey I think would bring a cool dynamic. I think it'd follow the same structure as a basketball game. And you have your same, you're gonna have your offense, defense, goalie's kind of your auto, doesn't play the game. It's CPU. But I think you bring that dynamic. I think it'd be fun, and I think you could emulate both basketball and hockey very well.
I mean, it basically be the same style of game.
Yeah,
right. It would have to be.
It would be.
Because you can't sim a defense for hockey.
No.
Because the aspect of you simming and having to start anywhere, you starting with the puck, it's not gonna happen.
It would feel clunky.
Yeah.
Very clunky. So. But I think hockey is another one.
How do you slow that? How do you speed that one up? Because hockey tend to be a longer game. It's one of the longest right now.
I think you still do one. I think you keep the same MO: 1, 2, 3 minute quarters. You keep doing 1, 2, and 3 minute quarters, periods. Sorry, in hockey, and I think I think would work well for leagues too, because maybe you have a +4 against a +3 or something like that type stuff. I don't know. I think it's there. The next two I put on here because I think there's a following. So the next one you're like, on.
Yeah.
But here's why I put it on there. Wii Golf. Okay. I think there should be an 8-bit golf game. I think you combine the dynamics of Wii Golf and kind of that quirkiness, but in an 8-bit form.
I don't know. Golf is boring to me, so boring. It's like
it is boring. But so there was an arcade style. Actually, it was an arcade game, and they brought it to home. But it looked like this big controller, and you actually had a ball that you would spin.
I know you're talking
about.
Yep. I know you're talking about.
I think there's enough of a following to bring that aspect to an 8-bit game. I think you keep it simple. You offer 6, I think you do like 6, 9, 18 holes.
Okay. So it's long format.
It's longer format, but I think you have it 8-bit style, but where you're facing on. And your guys swinging, same thing. And you could really create a league dynamic with that, because what you could do is your courses, you could, let's say you do a I don't know, a 4-week league course, and you play, in the game it has, you play the Masters this week, you play Pebble Beach this week. They'd have different names, and then those scores would go up against other players because then you're doing one-on-one. And from a league perspective, it would blend very well together. So if you put up a 9 under, and then you're going up against people that had 11 under, 12 under, 4 under,
Is that good?
It is good. Yeah, you're trying to get as low a score as possible. So unlike bowling, which did not make the list, I'm surprised you didn't put that on here.
Well, I mean, that fifth one probably could have been bowling.
Should have spoke up.
Wait, okay.
Are we gonna go up scripts and change number 5 when we get there?
No, I want to hear it out first, and then we'll.
All right. Well, maybe we talk honorable mentions.
All right.
So, I think golf brings a fun dynamic. It is slower paced, but I think you bring in different people into the 8-bit world that haven't been there for a long time.
I'm kind of don't have a lot of opinions because
You're still stuck on wrestling.
No, it's just golf is something I
don't either.
I don't. Well, no, you used to golf.
A little bit.
I mean,
I hit the ball.
I mean, I used to do mini golf. It's different, but I don't know. Golf to me.
8-bit mini golf.
Listen, we're just dropping out game ideas at this point.
I know. It's exciting though. It's exciting.
I mean, the golf aspect that definitely could work. Like it's none of these are impossible. Maybe the last move, but none of these are impossible. I just feel like golf would be. I don't know, for some reason, I feel like the golf game would be the least popular out of all of these.
I think so. The next one might be a little challenging.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah.
So I think that there should be an 8-bit. It's even early. Like it's probably the earliest we've.
Hey, you want me to say it for you?
Yeah, go ahead.
8-bit Olympics.
8-bit Olympics. I think there should be one.
I need you to explain because.
So back in the day,
Why
NES.
is everything with you back in the day?
Because back in my day, when I was on the Oregon Trail,
There was a game on the Oregon Trail.
there was a game on the Oregon Trail.
I know.
Yeah, it is an 8-bit game.
I know the game works.
Oh, but back in the actual Oregon Trail, no, we were trying not to die. That's what we were trying to do. Sorry, unalive. You used to have on NES where you would have track and field events. So you would have your running, your hurls, your javelin throw, and you would have to time everything and you would compete in game. It is something that probably would be a niche every 4 years, would pick up steam, but I think it would be fun, and maybe you could have that dynamic, like just simplify it again. What Olympic Games there are these days are very much, they're not good. And they're overly complicated. I mean, for crying out loud, Sonic and Mario Olympics is probably more popular of a game these days than any other 2008 Beijing Olympic game that came out.
There aren't really a lot of games that surround the Olympics, I think.
No, there's not. And I think that brings the fun in it. Like, going back to we wish there was a leaderboard. Can you imagine if there was an Olympic 8-bit game and a leaderboard? And you could compete on, not necessarily like online head-to-head, but a leaderboard, like this is the fastest track run, 100-meter dash or 400-meter dash. It'd be fun.
How would you control these things?
What do you mean?
Well, you're saying, okay, well, this is the fastest time. Is it a tap aspect? Is it a swipe aspect? Is it a hold aspect? Is it a...
Both. Depends on what it is. So, like, if it's a javelin, it could be a hold, tap, tap,
hold
tap,
release?
Tap, 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 hold, release type function. For running, you just... And then, I'm trying to think, hurdles would be tap, 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 hold for jump, tap, 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 hold for jump. I think you can bring that dynamic. But I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, there's definitely worse games to be made. I'll just say that. I don't see the appeal personally, but
I mean, we used to have 8-bit Grand Theft Auto.
did we?
We did. It was for PC.
I wasn't around for this, so you're
It
gonna.
was interesting. You viewed it from the top. So the whole game was, I mean, it wasn't 8-bit because it was on PC, but it might as well have been. And, your pew pews, you would just see these little, and it was all top view. You'd hop in a car, steal a car, then you would drive like this. It was, I think you just bring that 8-bit nostalgia back. And, when we get into some of the other topics, I think 8-bit just kind of, I mean, it's what we were building our entire podcast on, is retro bit. Obviously, we'll talk about other games, but there's just some dynamics, and I think Olympics is one that you could simplify and bring unity. So, but now you had an idea, and we're gonna shift. That's our top 5, but let's do some honorable mentions. You just brought up one. What do you think there should be?
Bowling? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Listen, you went off script here, so I have no idea what you were talking about. But
I did go off script a little bit.
yes, bowling.
Don't you feel like there's enough bowling games?
No, it's never enough.
There's never enough.
Never enough.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of bowling games. Is there an 8-bit bowling game?
Probably.
Is there one out right now?
I have no idea.
I feel like you would know.
I'll find out here. We'll find it out. All right.
While you're looking at that,
please segment something while I look this up.
while you look that up, one of the things we did talk about that we felt like is like overly saturated is fishing. We did talk about like a fishing game, but there's so many of those 8-bit fishing games out there. Feels like it would just be completely diluted. We did mention.
I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, well, all right. Maybe an 8-bit bowling game needs to be added.
Let me.
But I think there's a lot of sports you could say.
Not a single one.
Wow. All right, let's write that patented now. Copyrighted, trademark, whatever we want to call it.
Not a single. I'm kind of surprised.
Wow. Research mid podcast, huh?
I mean, if anyone ever finds this, we just gave like so many companies,
So many ideas,
so many great game ideas.
Well, that's okay. They can just hashtag retrobit unplugged hashtag.
And then when it blows up, I want our name somewhere recognized.
Exactly. But those are the 5 games we wish, 8-bit games I wish we had that were like Retro Bowl. Yeah, we'll see how they do, and we'll see what the people think about them. But episode's gonna be a little shorter today, but we're gonna get into.
Is it shorter? What are we at?
We are officially at 38 minutes. So maybe not as short.
Well, I mean, no, we might be about either the same or just short than last week.
Yeah. Well, I think these hot takes are going to run a little long today, but.
Yeah, you need to start.
No, I want to hear yours.
No, you need to start.
I've started every week.
I'm not talking until you start.
All right. Am I going with my original or my new one?
I'll let you decide.
All right, I'm going to go with the new one.
All right.
So, we've done a few, not necessarily streams, but we've done a few videos around this game back when we did some streaming type stuff.
I know I did.
I know you did. You did some...
And I'm going to keep doing it too.
YouTube shorts, things like that. We're talking about Fortnite.
Yay.
They just dropped a new season. They did not ruin the game. Surprisingly. But that's where I'm going to go with my hot take today. Okay?
Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
The primal season.
The worst season of all time.
My hot take is it was not the worst season.
It is. It just is.
It's not the worst season. The worst season was right. It completely ruined what Fortnite was all
Oh, and the Primal season didn't?
No, it did not. It
We were fighting with Flintstone weapons. What do you mean it was not the worst ever?
There was more than that.
There was no movement. There was no movement.
Yes, there was.
The guns were terrible. You had to craft your own guns.
You could ride a wolf.
The dinosaurs chased you for every circle.
You could ride a dinosaur.
You couldn't kill half the bosses.
You could not. But it made it where you had to actually use skill. The wrecked season, which is hands down the worst season to this point, was all about cars. And if you had a car, you won. If you didn't have a car, you'd lose. At least in the Primal season, you had a shot, even with bows and arrows.
Counterpoint. You could only play Primal season. There was nothing else you could play. You were stuck. Car season, guess what? If you were sick of the cars, you go play Reload.
You could.
You had a way out. It wasn't even zero build yet.
It was not.
You had to build with. It was horrible. It was the worst season ever. You want to change my mind.
It was not the best or the worst. It was not the worst. Definitely not the best.
I mean, the car season still was not fun. It's the second worst of all time.
It's the worst of all time. The wrecked one is the worst of all time.
No, it's just not. It's just not. It's just not.
It hands down the Primal season. It gets a lot of hate. And you're right. It was not a good season. But there's a level of respect that I think it deserves.
No respect.
It deserves respect.
They didn't try that season.
They did try. They tried to bring a new dynamic. And you know what? In all fairness, I don't know if a bow and arrow has been back in the game since season 2.
And there's a reason for that, is there?
I kind of like the bow and arrows.
You're gonna tell. Hold on, I'm leaving back. I got you. You're gonna tell me right now. We'll get to mine. Still, I'm gonna say about this. I want to take it to a shot. You're gonna tell me that there was that was not one of the, if not the worst loot pool we ever had. There was no good gun. I think every season you had a gun that was good. There was nothing this season.
But that's what it was based on skill. It was solely on skill.
Listen, I don't know how to tell you this right now. We're past the days where these games involve skill.
Okay, you know what? That's the first thing you said. I agree with.
There's no. I still think it's the worst.
Wrecked is hands down the worst.
I don't know if I'm just bitter because the season before it, they had the greatest sniper of all time.
In which one? The Primal or the one before?
The season right before. Like that was probably like the last.
Storm Scout?
I think it was a Storm Scout. Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then we went from, because they were switching it every. What was after Primal? Last thing I forgot. What was after it?
That was the one with the desert biome in the middle, the sand.
That was better.
That was good. That was their first like major crossover with Star Wars.
Oh, it was, and they had the Mando sniper.
Yeah.
Primal's worst ever.
All right.
I'm telling you right now. Comment section, please let me know on TikTok and on Shorts that I am not tripping. That the Primal season is by far the worst season of all time in Fortnite history.
I'm sticking to it. All right, that's my hot take of the week. What's yours?
Yeah, so this is gonna be a fun one, and I'm not sorry for anything I'm about to say right
now.
Let
me guess. Juan Soto's worth more than Shohei?
No.
Wait. Oh no. Sorry, I saw something flying and I thought it was his home.
You need to stop. All right.
I'll stop. What's your hot take?
All right. Take a sip real quick. This is gonna get fun. All right. So you're not gonna be able to follow this one. I don't think. Maybe. I've been teaching. Stop. You have been paying attention a bit more, and you have been learning
a little bit.
So, are you familiar with the name Jey Uso?
A little bit. There's brothers that.
Yeah, they're twins,
and they're related to a bunch of people. Right?
An entire family, entire bloodline.
Simone?
Yeah, Simone. Yeah. He's kind of popular right now. Very, very popular. Yeah.
Like The Rock popular, John Cena popular.
Okay, I mean,
or not quite.
He's getting there. I think as of right now, he's very He's like a top. He's probably one of the top guys right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here to tell you what he sucks.
Are we getting canceled already? 3 episodes in?
If they want me to, that's fine.
So you're saying he's just trash?
Okay, let me preface. He's not completely trash. He's not world title material. Jey Uso is grossly overrated.
Say this in football terms.
Okay, trying to think of how I can put this for you. Who was a player? I don't know football that very well, so I'll ask you this. In the history of the NFL, has there ever been a player who for some reason was very, very popular for something off the field, but then when he played, he was just not good? Like he was popular for a different reason. Like he was connecting with people, but then you knew once he played on the field that he was just not good.
I have one, but it's controversial.
We'll give a second one.
Damar Hamlin.
Perfect example, right? He's pretty popular, right? But deep down inside, respectfully, everyone knows he's not a great.
He's not elite
football player.
He's not elite.
That is Jey Uso.
Because Damar Hamlin can put up. I mean, he's had a decent season, but like he's
way overhyped. He's way more hyped up than he really should be.
Yes.
Okay, that is Jey Uso.
He's a starter in the league, but he's not. Like if you told me top 5 safeties right now, he's not on my list. Not even close.
Jey Uso is a wonderful character.
Okay.
Because wrestling characters.
Right.
I personally don't agree, but it's whatever. Character is a big part. The character that he plays is good. Good. I like that. My issue with him is he's good with connecting with the people. Good character. Over with the kids. But then you put him in a match, and I rather watch paint dry.
I like how you kept that thing there.
I have feelings. I just don't think he is a good wrestler.
Really?
Which is very important to me. You can have as much character as you want, but if you cannot wrestle in the ring, I don't care about you.
Okay. I feel like this is going to get a lot of hate in the comments.
Oh, it probably is, and guess what?
Right.
I don't care because deep down inside, they know I'm right.
All right.
Jey Uso.
Is Jey Uso worse than the Primal season?
No, Primal season's worse.
No. All right. Well, on that terrible hot take.
Gunther should squash Jey Uso WrestleMania. I said it. Simple as that.
All right. Well, that's it for episode 2 or 3. This will be dropping in a couple days. Super excited for next week's interview with Alex. Be great to get him on the show. Listen, and I don't think there's any huge news around the league. I know CFL is getting ready to go in the playoffs, but a lot of the segments we're like first and second segments right now in a lot of leagues. So a little bit down on the news, but nothing too crazy. RBM is going to start up their season. God, are we at 60 yet? Getting close.
For what?
RBM.
Getting there
close. We're in the 50s. I know that. But yeah, no. We'll. What? One more thing?
It's a league thing. I just want to make this
right.
very, very. I'll make it quick for everyone here. Remember last week, I cut a promo of the wrestling league.
I do remember that.
It has reached the wrestling league now.
Ooh.
I have gotten a response.
You have gotten a response.
I have gotten a response that the match is there if it's mine. If I want it.
This was about the.
It was the Iron Sheik and his what I thought was the U.S. Championship, but apparently now he created his own, the Iranian Championship.
Okay.
I'm just going to say right now that I have decided to let him keep it for now. Have a Royal Rumble to focus on, and for his sake, he better hope that I win the Royal Rumble, and I move on to more important things other than him. Because if I lose his Rumble, I'm taking his title. That's it. It's simple as that.
All right. So on that, that's it for this week's Retro Bit Unplugged. And Tyler's trying to get us canceled, but
No,
all right.
it's not my fault. Jey Uso can't wrestle.
You know what? Like I say every week, hope you keep it real.